My idea was that ideas are dumb. And I mean, obviously, I was brought in as a comedian, and the real I'll go behind the music here. The real idea is that a lot of really amazing work is being done, and people are being exposed to a ton of really crazy, important ideas here. Stuff that could change the world in a year, or in 10 years, or in 100 years. Stuff that is really on the cutting edge of a lot of different ideas, and it's a lot to absorb. If people are here for 8 hours of like illustrative, mind-shattering education, not only would it be fun, I think at the end to have some satire of that, some sort of lighthearted fun at the expense of all the talks, but productive in a way to let people's brains relax and to sort of reinforce what was gone over in a new, very digestible way. I think it's one thing for someone to get up and tell you something amazing that's in the middle of an 8-hour block of amazing. And it's another thing at the end of the 8-hour block to have someone make a joke about that, which sort of like a song or a cartoon are things that your brain is really good at just sort of grabbing onto. And so if you remember my joke making fun of the guy trying to cure cancer, my hope is that the end result will be you'll remember the guy who actually is trying to cure cancer, and his work will be remembered better, There were some that were very, very serious, and in a sort of 10-minute summary wrap-up, like lighthearted satirical set, I didn't feel I was in a good position to celebrate with humor, if that makes sense. Yeah. I do believe that comedy can offer insight and have like value on almost any topic. But, for example, you have someone come out and give a very, very powerful talk on the nature of like race and bias in America, and constantly underlined by the recent violence in Ferguson. You would best be very prepared and very close to that issue to go ahead and try and put a humorous spin on it, which the presenter, in fact, did, because it's something that she's an expert in and has spent a lot of time working with and understands and has presented on before. Mm-hmm. So I was in a way, I was impressed and relieved to see comedy get used in that talk, which is so serious, by the person who was qualified to do so in every sense. Yeah. But I mean, personally, I stayed off of that. My hope is that I get to be a cheerleader for all the really cool ideas and content that TEDx put together. So I am not qualified to change anyone's mind about anything, but my hope is that I can help you remember, enjoy, and value the work that everyone you've seen here did today. TEDx packs so much content in to such a short period of time. It's easy for really cool stuff to get lost in the shuffle, really big ideas to just kind of fall in and out of your head as you're trying to have lunch in 15 minutes in between talks, And my hope is that by ending with some jokes that go over some of the really captivating, interesting talks we've had, people will enjoy the experience as a whole and remember what they saw.